Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my very first Foodie Friday video. Through the summer, I am wanting to do a mix of things all food related for you every Friday. So my plan is to share what we eat throughout the day, the kids and myself, as far as just helping moms, new ideas, what to feed their kids. I enjoy videos like that. It gives me more ideas so that my kids get a little more variety in their diet. We don't get stuck in the same thing. Also, those of you who are interested in the keto lifestyle, I'll be sharing what I'm eating following that diet. And what I'm wanting to do every now and then is to feature recipes that my husband and I have found a lot of success with. It works great for us either as a family meal, including with the kids, or just when we're really busy, or like today, I'm gonna show you guys a really simple and very, very tasty dessert. The fact that the ketogenic lifestyle is such a simple way to eat, there are very few ingredients, cooking doesn't really take that long, it's not too complex, works really well for me. My husband loves to cook. I don't really love to cook that much. I don't love to be in the kitchen. I didn't get that from my mom, who, by the way, has her own YouTube channel, Homemade Food Junkie, and an awesome blog. And if you guys are over here from her blog, thank you so much for popping over to check out my content. But if you haven't checked out her blog yet, go and check it out. She does all sorts of things, scrumptious, delicious desserts, summertime cocktail drinks, everyday meals for families, instant pot recipes, tons and tons of content. And I have both of those links in my description box for you. But like I said, for today, I'm gonna show you a simple, very, very tasty keto dessert. Let's get into it. All right, you guys, so today we are making keto approved peanut butter bars. Here are all of the ingredients that we're going to be using. In a little bit, I'm going to show you the nutritional breakdown of all of them. With desserts, especially on keto with low carb, you need to be careful of how everything adds up, but it's real simple. The only thing with this dessert you want to make sure is that you're thinking ahead a few hours because they do need to chill. I have the original recipe linked below in the description box, but I have made some changes to the ingredients I'm using as well as some of the measurements, so keep that in mind. Peanut butter that we're using is different than the peanut butter in the original recipe. There are no added sugars in this one. Serving size is 2 tablespoons. We will be using 8 tablespoons, so 4 servings. We have 5 grams of total carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber. So we'll subtract those two numbers, giving us 2 grams of carbohydrates per serving, times 4 servings is going to give us 8 total grams of carbs for the peanut butter in this recipe. So the chocolate I'm using is different than the original recipe. She uses sugar-free Hershey's chocolate. I'm going to be using the Ghirardelli 100% unsweetened chocolate. And on the back you can see that 2 sections equals 1 ounce. I'm going to be using half of that, just 1 section, which you'll see down here is 1 serving size. And on the total carbohydrates, we've got 5 grams of carbs, but 2 of those are dietary fibers, so you will subtract them and we end up with just 3 grams of carbs for that one little section of chocolate that we'll use in the entire recipe. For the almond flour, we get this nice big bag. We use the Bob's Red Mill, and we get this bag from Sam's Club. It is the closest thing to us where you can get a nice large quantity for a decent price. You could probably find this on Amazon too if you're wanting to get some stock up on some. But as you can see, serving size is 1/4 cup. In this recipe, we're going to be using 3/4 of a cup. You've got your total carbs. They're going to be 9 grams, but then there's 3 dietary fibers, so subtract that and you're going to have 6 net carbs. So 6 net carbs 3 times over is going to give you 18 total, but then that'll be broken down into 9 servings for the recipe, which will leave us with 2 grams of net carbs per serving coming from the almond flour in this recipe. All right, let's get going. So for the butter, it's not in its package anymore, and I like to use a food scale for things like this. We're going to be using 2 ounces of butter, and I just want to make sure that I do have the correct quantity. I don't have the package to go by as a guide. And then a little tip that I have is when you're using something like this where it's going to leave a residue, just put down some plastic wrap so you don't make a huge mess. Easy cleanup. And once we have everything added, we're just going to gently mix it together. The container that I used is about 6 inches. I like to use a container that has a snap lid. It just makes for easier storage. And then as you can see, I've got some wax paper lining the bottom. This just helps with removal of the squares when you take them out. It's not a lot of space to work in, and it can kind of fall apart a little bit. So this helps a lot. So like I said, we're gonna get 9 servings out of this. I do 2 slices going one way and 2 slices going the other way, and that's going to give us 9 petite little squares. Like I said before, I just use 1 square of the Ghirardelli chocolate. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for about a minute. And once it's melted, we're just gonna spread it on the peanut butter. This is a very intense chocolate, so I haven't found that you really want much more than this. It's just enough to give you that chocolate flavor for your peanut butter. Now we're going to place the lid on and let it chill in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. Once they've had a chance to chill, just cut them into your serving sizes. As you can see, I like to do 9 servings. It just gives you the perfect little bite. For more information on this recipe and for a printable version of it, check out my mom's blog, Homemade Food Junkie. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Please subscribe and like the video to support my channel, and turn on that bell notification to let you know when I upload another video.